It's that time of the year when we get all our seeds, which is quite an exciting time of year, and I've started to get packets and packets of them. And one of the things that I really want to try this year is companion planting. And what companion planting is putting two plants together that actually will help each other in some way in terms of giving each other nutrients or fending off pests or giving each other shade. So the first thing that I'm going to try is I've got a border of wild flowers, ideal for difficult areas, and I thought what I'd do is to try and put these alongside the vegetable plot. So obviously with the vegetable plot, which I haven't started yet, but with the vegetable plot I'm really going to want a lot of bees, a lot of activity, a lot of pollination in this part of the garden, and this should help. The other thing that I have is a space here which is sort of like, you know, not particularly good soil, not particularly in the sun until, you know, plants reach about this height. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of like put wildflowers all the way along here, and I think it will work really well. Another thing that I want to try is the idea that thyme and chives can be a companion to roses. Apparently if you put them alongside your roses, then you're going to stop the black fly, you're going to stop the aphids, and generally you will have to use less chemicals. So I've got a lovely big thyme here that I used, that I moved from somewhere else in the garden last year, so it proves that you can move things around and they can grow very well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to a part of the garden where I planted a lot of roses this year, because I want to see how that works together. Also, quite fortunately, in the middle of this beautiful thyme that we have, I've got some chives growing as well. So I've got a double whammy there. So I'm just going to dig it up. I think that's done it. Just going to move it. It's quite heavy. And of course the other thing that you always need to do when you're moving plants around, put them in the ground, is give them a nice drink. Set them in. So hopefully that's going to make a difference to these roses this year, and I won't need to use any chemicals to protect them from the various diseases that they get, particularly from aphids. There are a few more companion plants I'm thinking about trying in my garden. So over here in the vegetable patch, I've got some onions in. I put these onions in on the shortest day, 21st of December, because the old adage says that if you put them in on the shortest day, you pick them on the longest day. So I thought I'd try that out. But onions can attract onion fly, and carrots attract carrot fly. And what I thought I'd try was I'm going to put my rows of carrots down in between the onions so that there is no carrot fly, because the carrot fly is put off by the onions, and there's no onion fly because the onion fly is put off by the carrots. That's the idea, but I'm not putting my carrots in yet, so I can't show you that today. Later on, when I've got my tomatoes growing in here, I will be putting African marigolds in and basil. The African marigolds I'll put in here just to fend off the aphids that can attack my tomatoes. And apparently if you grow basil alongside tomatoes, it improves their flavour. So I'll be doing that later on, but as you can see I haven't even started the sowing yet. Out in the actual vegetable plot, I also like to put marigolds all around in every single bed, because I think it looks nice, and maybe there's a benefit from being a companionable plant. And also, just really from an aesthetics point of view, I always put a sunflower in every single bed as well. Thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate your subscribes, appreciate the comments and the likes. So please do comment, please let me know what you'd be interested in finding out about, and I hope you enjoyed this little introduction to companion planting.